Hello, hello, hello. Taggy with Ivy. Taggy with Ivy's back. Okay, I hope you've had a great day so far. But I want to ask you some questions. I love questions. I'm sure you know. When you looked in the mirror this morning, who did you see? Who did you see? Did you like who you saw? Tell yourself the truth. Do you think that you know, it's time to make some changes to that person that you saw, some little tweaks here and there. When I looked into the mirror, I saw a beautiful, fearfully, and wonderfully made woman. I saw a woman who was lovable. I saw a woman who was at peace, regardless of, all the unrests all around. I saw a woman who had so much value that she was going to give today, like what I'm doing now. I saw a woman who was ready to take on, the world. I saw a woman who was grateful to be alive, to see another beautiful day, and was just going to make the best of it. So, I want to share with you a secret, which happens to be an open secret, kind of, you know. So, you get a chance to be anyone you want to be. Really, you do. And this was a quote shared, by a lady, Jonetta McSwain. This is a woman who was on a growth journey, okay? And tagging with Ivy is all about growth strategies. Okay, so I'll give you a little story about her, okay? And this was shared by my mentor and coach, John Maxwell, one of my coaches, John Maxwell. All right, so Janetta was born into a poor home. Her mom didn't want her and her siblings, and so she dumped them with the grandma, with her mother, and everything, take care of them. And unfortunately, that was really a hostile environment because what happened is they ended up being mentally, physically, and sexually abused. It was really sad what they went through. And these things have some, the impact, lasting impacts on you. Anyway, they found their way to their mom's, home. The mom found out what was going on, took them on, but still, she wasn't really there for them emotionally, So these kids were just running wild. Um, some of them, began to take drugs. Some died. Some ended up in prisons, right? And so, one day, and it's so easy for you to sink into that abyss, that whole situation, and just think that you're like that. But Janetta just thought one day that, look, you know what? I can be more than this. I can be more than this black dead situation that the rest of my families, my family are in. I don't have to take crack. I don't have to go to jail. I don't have to die. I could amount to something. And so she first started with taking her GED, and scored really well on her second trial. And then she was like, "Oh, fantastic!" That she made that step for growth, for her growth, but she had to change her thinking. So she exchanged her thinking. Where that when you go through experiences, it puts you in a particular thinking environment, thinking state. She had to exchange that thinking state for a growth thinking state, okay? And so and she started with having a vision for herself, because if you don't have a vision, if you cannot see yourself in a picture, then I don't know what you'll be working towards. So she had a vision for herself, and then she There are three other things that she had to do. She realized she needed to be determined, she needed to stay motivated, and then she had to be focused. Because in the end, if you're not determined and if you're not motivated, you will not be able to remain focused on that image. And focus is so key so that you can walk towards that image that you already have for yourself. So Jonetta, Maxwell was quite phenomenal. She took her life into her hands and she decided I was going to be who I want to be, and that is someone of value. Okay? And so she took that step. After the GED, she said she was going to go to college, and she went to college. So you see, you must first recognize value in you. And if you don't recognize value in you, then there's something that is wrong, and that is you don't have a good self-image of yourself. So really, today's topic is about self-image, and how do you grow your image, or how do you maintain your image? Like my coach is always saying, Ivy, maintain your image. Okay, so you must first recognize value in yourself, very important, and then you must begin to add value inside you. I'm choosing my words really, really intentionally, because transformation is an inside job. So you must add value inside you. Jonetta had like 2 kids, right? And she just told herself that even her kids were not going to end up being like her brothers or her sister, And so she had to know her whys. So another thing that you must do is to write your 3 compelling whys on why you want to grow. Why do you want to walk into that image that you've had for yourself? Your 3 compelling whys. Now let me tell you something that's so important. Writing down is so key. The fantastic book called The Bible tells us you should write your vision, make it plain for you to see so that you can run with it. There's nothing as powerful as seeing your own thoughts written down, okay? And so you need to write down. So your self-image is so key, because if you put a small value on yourself, be rest assured that the world will not raise your price. That's something that John Maxwell says as well. If you put a small value on yourself, how do you intend, or how do you plan, for the world to raise your price up? No way. The world is not going to raise it up for you. So, there are 10 ways for you to build your self-image. And I'm going to share 3. To know the rest, you have to join Tagiwi Ivy. Okay, so the first one is watch what you tell yourself. Guard your self-talk. Those conversations you have in your head, be careful what you tell yourself. Practice, the one-word strategy. When I first joined the Alpha course, right, we were introducing ourselves, and I said, what's the first, word that comes to your head about you? And then I said, I'm intense Ivy. I used to be very intense then, but now I'm inspirational Ivy. Ivy has transformed, right? Good. And so, what is the first word that you use to describe yourself? The first letter of your name. And then the third thing is move beyond your limiting beliefs. Believe me, you need to move on. Acknowledge them, but then move past them. So you have a chance to click on the link in my bio or in the post to register for Tagiwi Ivy. Ciao!